Pew, 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 pew. Oh, we're live right away. Okay. You don't know nothing, bro. You don't know not a thing. Copy. What's up, Serge? Oh, AD is shook, bro. AD, you got some loafers yet, bro? You got them them A6 loafers? Bro, look at them shits. That's all you, bro. You and them size 8.5s out there on them New York streets. Oh, not the chonks, bro. Not the chonks. Who's the one other analog banger? Bro, I dug this thumbnail out the archive, bro. This is a 2018 thumbnail. And now. We out here. Oh, what do I do? Base. Hold on. Tyrone, what's good, bro? I got the standard soft clipper. Show me how it works again. All right. You know what? I was just trying to figure out if I was going to track this beat out or make a new one, and Tyrone has dictated that we will be tracking this beat out and mixing it. Okay. Tyrone, are you familiar with the CMP mixing cheat sheet? Feel like you are and or should be. I feel like these streams would be a gas head's worst stream because they feel like they need to buy the MPCX all of a sudden. That's a fact. That is a fact. All right, so check this out. Do you use like, do you follow the methods? Because I got to tell you, I made that cheat sheet for myself. I didn't make it for you guys. So it's something that I adhere to all the time. And everything, like what I'm going to get ready to show you is going to be the if you don't have all that context up front, I might gloss over some things. We gotta fix this bass line first, though. There you go. There you go. Okay, bet. Hold on, boys. Oops. Nope. Nope. Not. No, it's shift pad perform, sir. Okay. Do it. Right there. Hold on. I gotta get this right. Shift. Do it. Yes. Thank God. Thank God. That was bothering me so much. Are you at your computer, Ralph? What's up, Johnny? Take a screenshot of this, buddy. Okay. Doom, what's good, bro? I still got my EPS in the crib. I would use this with my machine. I recently started with the control. That's what's up, bro. That's a good combo. I paid 200 for mixing and mastering, and I don't know if it sounds good, so I'd rather learn on my own. Well, if you pay 200 for mixing and mastering, like I'm gonna tell you like this, chances are it sounds good. The worst, like people like you, is the reason why I quit mixing and mastering for like less than $500 a song. Because like when you pay $200 and it's like, I paid $200 and why doesn't this sound like Kanye West? And it's like, I don't know, bro, because Kanye West and fucking Mike Dean didn't work on the song, guy. I mixed what you gave me, you know, and that's the it's hard. At I noticed that the $200, $100, $75 customer level, it's hard to differentiate. Like that customer has a can't differentiate. Like, man, am I not as good as Kanye West, or do I just need an engineer? You know, so be aware of that too. Did that sound mean? I hope that didn't sound mean. I didn't mean it to be mean, bro. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. Yo, where did Tyrone go? Whatever. I'm gonna start tracking. I need to go to shift. Let's go to song mode. That was weird. All right, so let's go back to song mode. All right, cool. Convert to sequence. Sequence 3. Do it. Main. There we go. Beautiful. What's up, Allie? Ally. Is it Allie or Ally? All right, so that's one. I don't understand what's happening. All of my drums are right there. I'll put 1 and 2. I'll put 1 and 2. I'll put 1 and 2. Oh my god, this is what happens when you upgrade to 13. This is it right here. really weird. Where's the kick and the hi-hat? That's crazy. It's like the sample pool just dipped. All right. No big deal. Oh, hold on. Hold on. That's right. That's right. I did a thing. That's right. I chopped a break. I was all confused. I was like, "Where's my samples?" I chopped a break. I chopped a break, guys. Oh, okay. Threw me off. Uh, samples. Where's the metronome at? There we go. All right, bet. Sorry. Yo, where did Tyrone go? Is Tyrone still here? I never use breaks. That's why it threw me for a loop. Did I? Oh, okay. I got the hi hats on here. I am failing you guys right now. People want the moon on a stick for that price for $200. Yeah, no, I know. It's the it's all of those like it's a lot of money for some people prices that the shit gets weird at. It's like this podcast that I listen to, people are it's one of the hosts started selling merch, and it's like $150 sweatsuits, and like a vocal part of like their community was bugging out about it, and it's like bro, there's fucking people who will pay that for no reason, and like those are just like the customers that you want. Like it don't make you a bad person for asking for it. All right, closed tie hats now. Boom, boom. Go. Okay, cool. All right, so we got our files now. We'll go ahead and delete the bullshit. Take all these. We're sharing different levels of different. Let's go. There you go. Okay. So now that I've got those all lined up, take these. Bing, bing. Stems? What about stems? Oh, snap. I gotta turn my gear on. Okay. Sorry. Hold on. What's up, bro? All right, bet. Okay. So, soft clipper, right? This is what we're going to do. We want to make like so okay, so the whole goal. All right, so the whole goal of a soft clipper in the application in which we are going to deploy it, Tyrone, is that we want to control the peaks of our final waveform in a transparent way, right? So we don't want the track to pump like a limiter would when you apply too much compression on it, right? So for example, if we took this let's say we just put a say we put a Pro L on it, right? Like, it's loud. You got the LUFs, and Pro L is pretty pretty robust solution. So you don't have too many cons from Pro L. If you take this off, like when you listen to it like gain matched, and you put and you take the you put the Pro L on, you hear immediately, like, you look like the kick, it's just the hit of it just gets lost in the mud. Like here, the kick is jumping out the beat, and then as soon as you put this limiter on to get the overall lufs that you want, I never want a rap beats kick to sound like that. Do you follow me, Tyrone? Okay. Because this is important. If you got any questions about what I'm saying, like, make sure we straighten it out now, because if you don't hear what I'm describing, then the what's it called, you'll just be taking my word for it as far as using a a clipper. And if you don't know what you're listening for, then it won't work. You'll just copy down the settings and try it on your own and be like, oh man, it's not working for me. what's going on. We're learning how to use a clipper in a in a making my beat loud as fuck application. Okay. All right, bet. So, all right. So then that means that you're with me on that. The reason why, I put the clipper on is to keep that same punch, right? And the way that we do that is what a limiter does is it hears the kick and it, once it sees the kick go, above the ceiling of the limiter, turns that it turns that transient down. It just turns down the volume, right? What a clipper does is it doesn't turn down shit. So it doesn't change anything else that's going on with your signal. It just cuts off the digital information that's above that transient. And this is the difference, right? So if we take the same source, and I'm gonna take in you here. Oh, oh no, oh that's bad. Oh, that's a sound I never want to hear. All right, so right here. Dun, 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 dun. So this is our peak, right? This is our loudest sound, and because I'm using the mixing cheat sheet, I know that this is the kick because the mixing cheat sheet is always meant to be the loudest sound, right? Then I see like down here, right? This area, I know this is my bass, like because my bass is the third highest sound that's sustained. And then right here I know this is the snare. So just by me looking at this waveform without even like really listening to it, like on the mixing by eye level, which you shouldn't do unless you're listening. But if you're listening, you can do this. I'm looking at it, I'm saying, okay, just based off of visual feedback, one, I could probably bother to turn this snare down, right? Because I like the way that the snare sounds in this song. I don't want the snare to be so loud. And I know if I clip it, what happens is if I clip it, that is going to sound louder. It's going to be perceived to be louder. It's not going to have more gain, which would make it, a taller white line. But if I clip it, it's going to make it sound like like it has more gain, right? So what I want to do is, I'm looking at this information, and what I'm getting ready to do is I'm gonna turn my snare down to like right about here, right? So that I have like three zones. I want to have my kicks up here on their own. I want to have my snares right about here, okay? And then my bass down here. And then what I'm going to do is now I'm going to clip this kick so that it's the same um you know transient height as my snares. And then when I feed that into the limiter, instead of the limiter working hard to turn down my loud ass kicks the whole time and then catch the snare, it just has the simple job of these two peaks just turning them down a little bit in order to do what a limiter does. Does that make sense? Am I saying all the words? So in order to do this, I know that, you know, from someone else teaching me how to use this. Shout out to Money Mike's. Is that this meter, you know, it's for 12 dB. You set this to you set it to 3 dB. That way, it's a more accurate representation of what you're trying to do. So check this out. You know what? I was wrong. Mixing cheat sheet to the rescue. My snare's down here. Boom. So now that I got my snare, watch what happens to the spikes. So this, dude, this, as you pull the clipper down, right? Imagine that this white line is pulling, you know, is crossing here, and the more that you pull this down, the more of these peaks that you're clipping, right? So I know that my snare is down here. I'm going to continue to pull this clipper down until I see this red line go across, and like what I do is I pull it down until the snare starts to get clipped, and then I pull it back up just a little bit. Let me show you what I mean. See how the snares are starting to get clipped? Boom. So now I'm just going to pull it back. Now there's a difference, right? There's a difference in the way that this one sound. It's not totally transparent, but it's much more. You've still got so much more of that, the weight of that kick hitting, than you do with just doing it with the limiter, right? So now that I've got that guy, I could come over to my limiter. In this case, I'm going to be using the limiter from inside the God particle. And what I'm looking for here is I just make sure that I've got this on LUFS. And I want to see, like, you know, 10, 9, 8 LUFS coming in. You see I'm at 14 LUFS here, so I'm just going to push up this limiter and watch. I'll bet you once this says 2, which is like 2 dBs of attenuation, I'll be at where I'm talking about I want to be. and that's it. Like you should be able to replicate that anytime, anywhere, with any group of sounds, with boom bap sounds, with trap sounds, with whatever kind of sounds this is. Like, what kind of sounds is this? This is a I think this is a Reddit 808 and um a beat butcher break, and you know what's it called, a sample from Tracklib. That's it. I got all three of them plugins. I'll play with them tonight. Yeah, bro. No problem. I got you, bro. I appreciate you. What did you do to make the mids hit on the God particle? I mean, you've been watching, bro. You seen I didn't do anything. The bro, I that's just all I did was I used, like, I'm telling you, everything that I do, the mixing cheat sheet comes first. So, like, I gain stage my my sounds in the MPC to the mixing cheat sheet. And then once they're already set up in the MPC, and when I work in the MPC, I work in the MPC like, yo, I want this to sound like how it's going to sound in Studio One, and how it's going to sound like ran through the gear before it even goes in Studio One, or it gets ran through the gear. And that all comes from starting with the mixing cheat sheet. So I do the mixing cheat sheet and everything that I do, and then the mixing cheat sheet just so happens to fucking work perfectly with the God particle, bro. Can you get the mixing cheat sheet download? I don't. How would I get that to download to you? Just put your email in here. I'll email it to you. Tyrone only. Everybody else gotta take a screenshot. Take a screenshot. But yeah. And then from using the God particle, Johnny, like you'll like once you get the mids to hit, you'll start like picking samples that will get the mids to hit. Like the mids hitting the God particle because bro, listen to this sample. Like this is you've got a clean electric guitar arpeggio, and then I've got a real live electric bass rolled off, and those two instruments like they're well. That's a record, so it's well recorded, well EQ'd, well mixed. Source. It's not a it's not fucking Omnisphere. Um, with 30 different reverbs on it, a portal, reversed through another two Arturia delays, pitched down 12 semitones, half timed, double timed. It's a it's a lot easier to get stuff to react good to these plugins when you just make sure to have like the best quality and sounding stuff into it first. If you've got like this like the modern underwater sounding type of vibes, stem separated samples, like that bullshit, it's gonna be a little trickier. But that just means that you gotta like find that mid frequency that it's looking for. And if you have like a pad or something to stack under that and give it those frequencies that it's asking for. And that's easy to find out. Like here, I'll show you. You still here? I'll do you a solid. Because I'm making it sound I'm making it sound easy right now, but oh shit. No. No, I didn't want to do this. I don't I don't want the update just now. Okay. What's the name of it? It's the God particle. Where the fuck is it? I'm gonna show you this shit. Thank you, Johnny. I'm in a good mood today. What's the company that makes God particles? Cradle, right? A. Oh, bruh, come on now. Is it a VST3? Is that the problem? The Cradle, the God particle VST3. That's so like, why would you name your file that? Okay, boom. So here's the God particle, right? Let's get this input going down the right way. All right, so we got this going. We'll zero this guy out. All right, so this mid, it's asking for 650. 650. right? So if you listen uh to what Jason Joshua talks about when he describes his plugin, he says to don't think of these as EQs, right? He said to think of them as gain. Think of them as push, right? You're pushing voltage into these three bands. So me thinking like that and reverse engineering it, if I push into this mid band and in plugin doctor it turns up 650 hertz, that means in order for this to get green you need to feed it 650 hertz with a pretty, this is a moderate Q, right? What I mean is if we take fab filter and we go to 650. Right, you go to 650 and you pull up like this, like, let's look at that. So this is, the scale's a little bit off, but we can, you probably want a cue that's something like that, right? So now when you look at your track, and what I would do, me personally, like if I was working this out, like I have this memorized, but if I was working this out, I would take all the different frequencies. I think this is the low is about 30. This is doing about a hundo, right? My bad. So we do another one. Low shelf. You put it at 100, right? So you got this going on. And then what is the high? Right, we look at it. What does the high pull up? The high pulls up. This is the SSL boost, right? This is the 7K, 6.5, 7K SSL boost. All right, so you take this, make it a high band, take it to 7K, right there. So now what I would do is whatever DAW I was in, I would save this as, so now I have that saved, and then I could go back to my DAW, bring my mixer up, grab my Pro Q. All right. And now I have these guideposts to look at. So now when I'm playing my beat, you could see, like, now you know where to look. You see, like if this, you see how right here you got a bunch of energy. That's how That's why that keeps popping up. If for some reason I didn't have that, what I would do is the first thing that I would do is I would look at my sample. And if my sample was missing that, I would find something else to either play over the sample or a different sample. You know, if I was trying to fill up that mid section of the God particle to, you know, to get a better sound, that's how I fill it up. Does that make sense? What else you guys got? Oh. guys, what's up? I think I'm gonna get off this stream. I appreciate you guys tapping in with me on this marvelous Monday evening. I need to go sit in a position that won't hurt my body because I fucked myself up playing golf. Golf be throwing people's spine out. I didn't I didn't throw my spine out, but I did something to my oblique right here, and it is it's not very good. It's not very good. It's not very good at all. It's bad, actually. It's very painful. But y'all keep it simple.